Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to hold A site post plant on Dust2 as a T in CS2. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. By the way, we are doing free giveaways every month. In these giveaways, you can win various CS2 skins and free CS2 course access passes created by a Faceit level 10 coach who has experience in high tier CS2 teams. To sign up, simply visit the CS2 Pulse giveaway page and follow the instructions. Link is in the description. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. So let's begin by talking about the main positions that T's play in A site on post plant situation. The most common position that every T usually plays in a post plant situation is in default behind these boxes. This position is very good because you can focus on all of the positions at the same time. You can peek towards long, like so. You can clear short by checking it like so. And you can also watch long ramp for CTs who are pushing through CT and on the boost box. Playing in default is easy with an AK or any other rifle. You can also play with snipers such as the AWP, or you can also play with a scout. And if you get mollied, you can instantly back off towards the second position, which is Goose. This is the second most popular position that Ts love to play in post plant situations. From here, Ts can play with every single weapon, same as the default position. However, if you do have a short range weapon, it's a bit risky because you don't have a lot of cover, and fighting long with close range weapons might be a bit difficult. That's why I suggest using an AK or playing with the AWP. With the AWP, it's even better to play in this position because it's more further range, and since it doesn't have a lot of cover, you can just mainly focus towards long, and you can also check long ramp from time to time. If long is being covered, you can also peek short. Just make sure that you're not too close to the wall, as you might get spotted by short players and they might expect you to peek really quickly. Third most common position that Ts usually play in post plant situations every round is in this corner behind car. Behind car, it's best to play with the AK, since with an AWP it becomes very difficult if you get pressured by mollies, smokes, or any other util. Because if you play in car, you usually get spammed after you get spotted. That means you will have to move towards this corner. Moving towards this corner is less effective because you are open towards long, short, and CT at the same time. Whilst if you move to the left corner, you have to only focus towards short and CT, and you're not visible from long. If you play in this corner in a post plant scenario, you should definitely have CT smoked if you want to be very safe for it, because you can look at these gaps and then you can also focus towards long. And if someone pushes CT, you might just stand more to the right, so if they peek, you can just instantly kill them and they won't expect you at all. If you want to play a bit more aggressive, you can jump up closer and hold short like this. However, you do need to keep in mind that CTs might push from CT. That's why you need someone to cover CT for you, or instead you can have it smoked. Another good way of playing aggressive is if you just jump up quickly here and then camp behind this wall, and maybe you can ask your teammate from default or Goose to throw a flash so you can peek after the flash. And if you stand in this position, keep in mind that your shadow will be visible for players who are playing in CT, so they can call their teammates and then you might be in trouble. That's why most of the time smoking CT is way better. Smoke. A very common position that I see Ts playing in post plant situations is this corner. However, this corner is a very low level position, since if you stand here, you are definitely visible and CTs will definitely spot you if they're higher level. So if you want to improve the position and have a better one, instead you can jump up these boxes. If you stand in this position, you can see the slight gap where CTs can peek out through short, and if you spot them, you can try to kill them really quickly, or instead, you can just run back towards default. Another very good position is this new position made from the boost on top of short. You can stand on several layers of these boxes. You can stand on top of this one and only see the players who are boosted up on the box on short, or you can even play way closer towards here and see a slight gap if CTs decide to jump up and hug the wall. Playing on top of these boxes isn't very effective because it's way too low and you might get spotted from CT. And do keep in mind, when you stand here, you do hear the footsteps that CTs make from short as well as from CT. So it's a very good informational spot. Just keep in mind that they might shift and might push you and you won't expect it. A common mistake that I see Ts do in post plant situations is stand close to this box. This box is very risky to play in because unless you have really good aim and you're very confident in your aim, you shouldn't play in this position because this position is very open and you have minimal cover, and the only visible spot that CTs can see when they peek out is your head, so they will automatically shoot you and deal more damage. That's why instead I suggest playing in these positions that I showed previously. In post-plant scenarios, it's also a good idea if one of you stays in pit towards long, because then you can watch double doors way quicker and CTs usually don't expect you to be this far out of sight. And if the bomb gets planted in this area, Ts can usually wait it out by staying here, and if site is being taken and the CTs are defusing the bomb, you might even get easy kills if you just stand in pit. However, keep in mind that CTs can use smokes, so then it might become an issue. From long you can also play in this area, because if you play in this corner for example, then you can hear a lot of info coming from short. You can even count how many players are playing in short and are committing towards A side, or you can play closer up if you're expecting someone to push double doors. From time to time you can also play behind this blue box because CTs usually don't check it when they're in a retake scenario. Just don't play in this area or in this position because these positions are very off-angled, however they are very open and closed at the same time. From this area you will become really closed from the long side and you won't have any info, so instead you can just play in this area as I showed previously. And whilst you play here, you are very open towards CT, so if CTs decide to push you and your teammates don't call, you might get shot from behind and instantly die. Usually every round, Ts should smoke short or CT in a post plant scenario because these positions are the most common and you can close them up pretty quickly and easily with one smoke. Whilst if you try to smoke long, it's a very difficult smoke to land because there's usually gaps all of the time, so it becomes very difficult to throw a consistent smoke that covers long fully. Instead, smoking short or CT is way better. If the area is smoked, you can also play a bit closer range, and when the smoke fades out, you can quickly catch CTs off guard by camping in corners like so. Once the smoke fades out, you can quickly peek and clear the positions. In my opinion, the best way to improve on holding post-plant situations is by playing retake servers. You can simply join any server that you like. You can find them on Google or any other sites, and then you can join them and practice. These servers give a real game atmosphere and really help you improve. That's why I really suggest you play them if you want to improve on these scenarios. Thank you everyone for watching the video. This was how to hold A side post plant on Dust 2 as a T in CS2. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.